I saw them bringing him out of his kennel, and honestly, my heart just shattered into a million pieces. This old soul didn't want to walk. He couldn't hear you calling his name. He couldn't see out of one eye. And the worst part? I knew exactly why he was here. Cancer. His family just gave up on him. The shelter worker told me he'd been there for 3 days. 3 days of waiting. 3 days of watching people walk past his kennel, looking for younger dogs, cuter dogs, dogs without medical bills attached to them. "Hey, buddy boy," I whispered, kneeling down to his level. He's probably 16 years old. 16! That's like being 90 in human years. And someone just decided he wasn't worth it anymore? I kept thinking about all those years, all those birthdays, all those nights he probably slept at the foot of their bed, protecting them. And this is how it ended for him? In a concrete kennel, confused and alone? "Come on, bud," I encouraged softly, but you could just tell he was really confused. Where was his family? Why was he in this cold, scary place? What did he do wrong? His tail wasn't wagging, his head was down, he'd given up. I remember the expression on his face like it was burned into my memory. You could just feel his pain radiating off of him. It wasn't just physical pain from the cancer. It was the pain of abandonment, of betrayal, of not understanding why the people he loved for 16 years just walked away.
Hey, big man. Can I come sit back here with you, sir? Thank you, sir. He's a very old, super senior. He has some cancerous growths all over his body. I sat there on that cold shelter floor, looking into his one good eye, and I made him a promise. What do you think, buddy boy? You ready to do this, my man? Now, if you're watching this and haven't subscribed yet, I see you there. I really do. And honestly, it breaks my heart a little because stories like this, they need to be heard. They need to reach people. Every single subscriber means one more person who might give an old dog a chance, one more person who might choose adoption, one more soul who understands that love doesn't have an expiration date. So please, hit that subscribe button, not for me, but for dogs like Henry, because they deserve advocates, they deserve voices, and you could be that voice. My original assessment wasn't optimistic. I'm being completely honest with you. I didn't know that he was going to make it very long. I just wanted to get him home, get him loved, and give him a good last couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks if we were lucky. All right, gang, we have arrived home with our boy, and I'm going to introduce him to the rest of the family. But he's a sweet boy. He's happy to be home. My kids were waiting at the door, so excited, yet so gentle. They'd been begging for weeks to foster another dog, but when they saw Henry, something shifted in their eyes. They understood this was different.
"Ed, do you want to come say hi to him?" Ed approached slowly, sitting down on the floor to be at Henry's level. That's when I knew my kids got it. They understood gentleness. They understood respect. My youngest, Shiloh, immediately fell in love. "Shiloh, did you give Henry a kiss on his head? Let me see you do that again." The sound of her giggling while this broken old dog soaked up love. I'm not crying, you're crying. But seriously, watching my children show such tenderness to this abandoned soul taught me more about humanity than any book ever could. When you tried to move him that first day, he was clearly in pain. His back legs were weak. Every step looked like it took all his energy. "Yeah, dude. You too, buddy. How you doing, bud?" I carried him to his bed, and he just collapsed into it. I sat there for an hour just watching him breathe, wondering if he'd make it through the night, wondering if bringing him home was the right choice, or if I was being selfish, extending his suffering just to make myself feel like a hero. But it was literally after that first night of sleep, something miraculous happened. "Good morning, baby boy." He kind of popped awake and was like, "Okay, I can do this. There you go, good boy." And surprisingly, he just got better. Not eventually, not gradually, almost by the hour. It was like watching someone remember how to live.
So we're here at the vet, we're just dropping him off, and they're going to remove that testicular cancer. I was nervous, 16 years old and going under anesthesia, but he's a fighter. Hi, my boy, my boy. When I picked him up, our boy was overly excited to see me and doing very, very, very well. The vet said the surgery went perfectly, no complications. It was like his body was saying, okay, I'm ready to fight now. It was a pretty radical turnaround. Every single day he would add something new to his repertoire, and I started documenting everything because I wanted people to see that age is just a number, that senior dogs can bounce back, that they're worth every penny, every sleepless night, every moment of worry. Big jump. One morning he just followed me up the stairs. I was heading to my office and I heard this clicking sound behind me. I turned around and there he was, taking the steps one at a time, slowly, carefully, but he was doing it. I almost cried right there on the staircase. Actually, forget almost, I full-on sobbed. Yeah, dude, come on, buddy, come on, buddy, come on, buddy. Yeah, dude, way to go. Yeah, dude, yeah, buddy. Every morning he started doing this little gallop. Morning, baby boy. He'd snort and prance and act like a puppy. The gray around his muzzle didn't matter anymore. The cancer scars didn't define him. He was just happy, purely, simply happy. What's up? Look at you running away. Look at this guy go. And then every day, that gallop would get a little bit longer. Look at you, babe. He started doing a little circle in the yard. So excited. He's got one signature move. He's got the paw. One little paw on your leg and you're done. Wrapped around his paw. The key to Henry's success? Just being part of a family. You can tell whenever he'd see me, he would perk up. Look at you. You're like a different dog, man. He was totally reborn. Like someone flipped a switch inside of that said, you're loved, you're wanted. About a month and a half in, we realized something. He's not just a hospice dog. This guy has life in him. We started to get adoption applications. A lot of people wonder how you bring an animal into your life and then let it go. It is challenging, but the value of letting him go, immeasurable. Henry will spend his remaining days with his forever family. He's going to go out surrounded by love. He had given up on life, but all he needed was someone to believe in him. So here's my question for you. Is a dog's worth determined by their age or by the size of their heart?